A second new trend is globalization. Channels are no longer bound by geography. Through the satellite and through the internet, communication takes place worldwide, and that means content can often be universal. The #1 television show worldwide is NCIS. This tequila ad is from Denmark. I think it would work well on any American college campus. One of the results of globalization is that it further increases the cost of traditional mass media production and distribution. Now, I know we just said that the cost can go down because of concentration of ownership, but when you add to that the cost of delivering that content to a worldwide audience, it can get very expensive, except for the internet. As a result of these high costs, multinational conglomerates control much of the traditional mass media. This ad, for example, is for a Polish subsidiary of a British ad agency that was founded in America. One of the positives of globalization is the formation of the global village. We talked about how media can link together elements of society. Now, media can link together elements of the world. Shared concerns and interest with a widely diverse people are now possible through global mass media. People can more easily understand that local and national issues have a global impact, unless, of course, they're blinded by noise. And economics can contribute to the success of mass media. Profit is the motivation behind the drive for globalization. The negatives of globalization should be familiar to you by now, since they're the same as in concentration of ownership. It limits the diversity of opinion. For example, there is a media mogul who controls a British newspaper, an Australian newspaper, an American newspaper, a British television network, an American television network, and an American cable network. All these media outlets speak with the same editorial voice and share the same editorial biases. So when you combine globalization with concentration of ownership, independent sources of information are reduced. The numbers of gatekeepers are reduced. Feedback from individual viewers and readers and consumers becomes irrelevant. The negatives of globalization are possible economic collapse on a global scale due to unrealistic business expectations. AOL Time Warner is an example of small media companies that grew to be large media companies. They grew to be giant media companies. They grew to be global media companies. Eventually, the company collapsed and cost investors billions of dollars because their model of global concentrated ownership failed. You also have the loss of a national cultural identity, the risk of cultural imperialism as mass media conglomerates impose a uniformity of culture across the world. You can buy McDonald's fries in over 120 countries. As this cartoon from the Philippines shows, one of the greatest fears of other countries is the assimilation of their local culture by American products. How do they know about these products? From advertising. And we'll study that in modules 5 and 6. In the last part of this module, we'll look at audience fragmentation.